Show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. Hey, we'll be keeping an eye on Andre Drummond tonight. 9th overall pick back in 2012 out of UConn. Shaq, he's still a very young big with a lot of room to grow.
He's an incredible offensive and defensive rebounder, Ernie. One of the hardest box-out assignments in the league since Dennis Rodman.
You know what, though? Last year he started taking some shots outside of the paint, which was surprising but good. Opened up his game a little bit. But he's best when he's finishing at the rim.
That'll wrap it up for now. Let's go courtside, and we'll see you later.
On the floor for the visiting Sacramento Kings. At point guard, Terry Porter. At small forward, James Worthy. At the other guard position, Mitch Richmond. At the other forward position, Dirk Nowitzki. At center, Andre Drummond. The head coach of the visiting team is Larry Drew. The shooting guard position at 6'3", number 14, Jeff Hornacek. At small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 4, Michael Finley. The other guard at 6'3", number 1, Chauncey Billups. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'11", number 21, Tim Duncan. Manning the middle, 7 feet 1 inch, number 34, Shaquille O'Neal. The head coach of your home team. Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome fans, thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Worthy out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Richmond. And it's Porter in at the point guard. Minnesota on D. Inside, here's Richmond. It's blocked by Shaq. They recover it, and that is good. Billups with the ball. Down low, here's Duncan. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Duncan's got his first bucket of the night. Here is Porter. Drummond a screen. Nowitzki outside. Richmond for 3. Again, Richmond missing. On defense, Sacramento. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Hornacek dishes to Billups. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Finley. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Here is Porter after the basket by Minnesota. Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. Porter, no luck.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Billups passes to O'Neal. Goes up the baseline. They get it again. Duncan. O'Neal kicks to Duncan. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
And he's able to get it back.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Porter kicks to Nowitzki. Drummond a screen. Here's Richmond. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Out to Duncan. Over to the wing. O'Neal passes to Finley. Back to Shaq. Poked away. And stolen by Drummond. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Sacramento shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improved.
And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves leading by 7. Duncan with the screen on Porter. Screen by O'Neal. Porter against Billups. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post. The shot misses. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And they swept this team in the regular season a year ago. Pretty impressive considering these teams were basically the same in the standings.
Yeah, it really was impressive. I mean, both teams on that playoff bubble. You might have expected it to be more competitive, but they took it to them.
Here's Hornacek after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Screen by Duncan. Hornacek kicks to Finley. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Billups dishes to Hornacek. Billups passes to Hornacek. Back to Billups. Passes it to Finley. Puts up a 3. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Now, here is Hornacek. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio. The Kings trail by 5. Feeds it to Nowitzki. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Here's Billups, and it's sent back by Drummond. And they get it back. Hornacek kicks to Duncan. Tries to snap the cold streak. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Porter dishes to Worthy. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Worthy's got his first basket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Shaq with the screen. Here's the screen. Duncan, the pass to Billups. Shaq with a screen on Porter. Back to Duncan. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And now the Kings, fast break. Porter kicks it over to Worthy. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Finley. He's covered by Richmond. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebounding. Andre Drummond, 4th.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do. Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track. As we get this season underway, let's see how the Timberwolves have done so far in the NBA stats. 3rd in opponent points per game, 7th in second chance points. As far as steals numbers go, not very strong. Just the top 20 in the league.
And you talk about their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. They really stifle teams. I mean, they eliminate the easy runouts in transition, and they force you to play 5-on-5 and take difficult shots.
Now, here's Van Exel. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix. He kicks it to Richmond. 6 to shoot. Van Exel against Jones. Again, the miss by the Kings. Timberwolves leading by 3. Shaq with the screen. Duncan left side. The Timberwolves working the ball around. Phillips with the bucket.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Van Exel dishes to Mutombo. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Minnesota with the ball. The Kings getting the bucket. Screen by O'Neal. Jones drives in. Terrific design on the big play. He lays it in. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Minnesota in the lead. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Larry Drew. He talked about the challenge of game planning for Tim Duncan. He said Tim is one of the best to ever do it on the low block. We've just got to play the percentages, force him to his left and force him to make tough, contested shots. Guys, even though Duncan isn't a deadly free throw shooter, he knows how to draw contact. They want to avoid getting baited into silly fouls. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Van Exel, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Puts it up from 12. Richmond, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Duncan gets a wide open look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Kings trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
For Jones, he's putting up about 5 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
No doubt. I mean, he knows how to run this offense. And that's always valuable coming off the bench.
Minnesota making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. Powell, he's checked in for Sacramento. Payton comes in for Richmond. Here's Beasley. Duncan, a screen. It's Beasley on the wing, covered by Mutombo. Outside, Jones. Screen by Duncan. Clock at 4. Kicks it to Warren. Another miss by Minnesota.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
The Kings shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second. Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside, Billups. Duncan with the screen for Billups. Screen by Duncan. Billups kicks to Duncan. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from Billups. Cans it from downtown. Billups has got his third bucket of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Mutombo. 9 points last game out. 11 feet away. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Duncan with the screen for Jones. Screen by Duncan. Billups against Van Exel. Duncan with the screen for Jones. The three from Billups. And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And it's Drummond missing.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Jones kicks to Warren. Beasley the screen. Phillips against Payton. Here's Beasley, and it's sent back by Drummond. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out to the right wing. Now here's Van Exel. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Out to Payton. Jones against Van Exel. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here's Phillips. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 12. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
Here's Payton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Porter is out there with Payton. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Mutombo. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal
The
foul.
3-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. The Kings in second.
You know, some teams live and die by the 3. But it's important to be able to utilize the three-point shot. It's a great weapon in the game of basketball. And this coach has given this team freedom to look at the three-pointers on a regular basis, and they're pretty good at it.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton. Richmond, he's checked in for Sacramento. And both free throws good for Payton. Timberwolves leading by 10. Jones drives in, and Shaq with the slam.
Tactically 4 points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Yes, sir. Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here's Porter. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one.
Here's Jones after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Jones kicks to Finley. Shaq with the screen. Jeff Hornacek on the wing, guarded by Porter. Here's Shaq. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. O'Neal's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota. Shaq's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Hornacek with the steal. Here's Finley. Throws down the breakaway jam.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Mutombo is screen on Hornacek. Here's Porter. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Now, here is Hornacek. Shaq with a screen on Nowitzki. Jones, no one around him. And again, it's Minnesota.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Richmond outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Richmond's got 6.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Hornacek outside. Shaq is screen on Porter. Fires from the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. The Kings making a switch here. Worthy's checked in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
Sacramento calls timeout. All right, Target Center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Let's take a look here at the Kings and how they're stacking up as this season ramps up right now. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Fourth in blocks. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
You know, you go back to their three-point field goal percentage, some true dead eyes on their roster, no doubt. And that's such a luxury offensively. They have been absolutely lights out.
Richmond the pass to Mutombo. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mutombo's got his second basket.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots. It also altered a ton of shots. Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
He hits the second from the line. Here is Porter. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Nowitzki outside. Porter kicks to Mutombo. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here's Jones. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now Hornacek. Off the pick. Clock at 6. Off the left rim and out. The drive by Worthy. He dishes it to Porter. It's Richmond on the wing. Fades away. Rebound by Hornacek.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Finley. From the stripe. And the shot falls short this time. The Kings trail by 12. Hornacek with the steal. Back to Jones. The dish to Johnson. Shaq with the screen. Johnson, the pass to Hornacek. That's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Nowitzki, good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Jones dishes to Johnson. Hornacek outside. Johnson with a screen on Richmond. Hornacek kicks to Johnson, and that is good. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
The Kings with the timeout. Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Larry Drew said to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Porter. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Worthy. And the three off target.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Here's O'Neal. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here's Nowitzki. 6 points for him. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 14 points again thanks to the basket from Porter.
Timberwolves timeout called. Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves
Let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most elite low-post scoring threats. Fifth best, Dirk Nowitzki.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get.
Here's Finley. He feeds it to Duncan. Outside Billups. Shot from 16. No luck. Good D by Drummond.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number one of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Now here's Richmond. He's got 6.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Porter against Billups. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And what a game for shots. 10 points and 2 rejections. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
And, Clark, I just love the supreme focus with which he's playing.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Warren's checked in for Jeff Hornacek. And then for Sacramento, Powell, he's checked in for Richmond. And Van Exel subbed in for Porter. So he comes up empty at the line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Van Exel. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Billups. It's a 10-point game. Finley up top. He's coming off a 19-point game against San Antonio.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And Nowitzki wide open. He fires off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Finley. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Billups attacking. Cannot hit. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Sacramento shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Beasley's checked in.
1 shot. 1 shot.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And here are the Kings now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Van Exel, and once again off the mark by Sacramento.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Now here's Billups. 11 points in the game. Here's Finley. Beasley trying to break free. Finley can't get it to go.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. The drive by Worthy. No luck. Great D that time from Duncan. Now here's Billups. He's tightly guarded. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
What a great game for Billups in this one. He's got 11 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
Sacramento making a switch here. Payton's checked in. And so Billups nails both of them. The Kings trail by 11. Payton passes to Powell. Drummond a screen. Powell dishes to Drummond. Poked loose. Warren with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Good.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Dishes it to Powell. To the paint. Here's Drummond. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Billups kicks to Warren. Inside. Tries from 10. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Warren. And it's 6 points for Duncan.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's Nowitzki. Here's Drummond. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
That's his first personal
The defense
foul.
just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Andre Drummond.
Free throw, no good for Drummond.
It's been a solid outing for Drummond. He has 8 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
The Kings trail by 11. Van Exel passes to Nowitzki. Goes up at the stripe. That doesn't go either for Nowitzki. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Beasley against Drummond. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Timberwolves have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. And it's the Kings with the ball. A 12-point game. Payton dishes to Nowitzki. And the pass to Powell. And there's the feed to Van Exel. He kicks it to Drummond. Shot clock at 5. Duncan with the block. Billups. Can't get it to go. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves lead by 12. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They are leading by 12. Shaq, give me your take.
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
They need to look into areas where they can gain an advantage. Rebounding is largely a hustle stat. Right now, they're getting out-rebounded. They need to commit to changing that. Those extra opportunities afforded by better rebounding are key for them to win tonight.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Chauncey Billups has been sensational.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
And so here's Sacramento, down by 12. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Minnesota, Chauncey Billups out there with Jeff Hornacek. Then there's Finley, and it's Duncan, and it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here is Billups after the Kings pick up 2. Shaq with the screen. Hornacek kicks to Billups. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Well, you know your low post players are going to take a lot of trips to the foul line. So it helps to have big men who can train free throws like this group can. Dirk Nowitzki, number 1.
He's got a great rhythm and form at the foul line. Sometimes we don't see that in the big fellas, but he is automatic up there.
Yeah, just call him Mr. Sure Thing. He's developed a really nice, consistent free throw stroke. And it's good to see somebody destroying that myth that big guys can't make their free throws. No hack-a-shack here.
Now here's Richmond. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Richmond's got it back down to single digits for the Kings. Porter against Billups. Passes to Hornacek. Here's Finley. The 8-footer. And that one's good. He's got 6.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Porter kicks it over to Worthy. Nowitzki for 3. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the Kings pick up 2. Count that one. Shaq's got 14 points for the game.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. Porter passes to Nowitzki. It's blocked by Shaq. Hornacek kicks to Finley. Rebound by the Kings. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Feeds it to Worthy. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Richmond. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
The Kings for timeout. All right, Target Center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Kings. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance. And, of course, the Minnesota Timberwolves, a couple spots below.
And I think for the Timberwolves, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
Here's Nowitzki. Sacramento again missing.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Hornacek against Drummond. Outside Billups. No good on the triple.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
The better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Now, here's Porter. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. To the middle. Lock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Porter. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Drummond. Jones checked in for Minnesota. The Kings also at the sub. Mutombo's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Minnesota leading by 9. Screen by Duncan. Pass to Finley. Plenty of space. That's good. 8 points for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now, here's Porter. Richmond outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Mitch Richmond in this one, 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
At the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves leading by 10. Now here's Jones. Kicks to O'Neal. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Tim Duncan. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minnesota?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Now here's Porter. Mutombo sets a screen. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Finley. And the 3 off target.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Worthy. Here's Drummond, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Shaq. For Sacramento, they have had some good chances at the line, but only gone 6 of 12 from the stripe. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Drummond.
Well, he got it done that time. But overall, it's been a rough game for him from the charity stripe.
Outside, Jones. He dishes it to Hornacek. Shaq with a screen on Richmond. 5 on the clock. Richmond against Hornacek. Richmond with the defensive effort. The Kings trail by 8. Porter kicks it over to Worthy. Sacramento gets it back. Mutombo misses.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Porter with the steal. Stolen. Outside, Jones. Shaq with the screen. Jones kicks to Finley. Up top, Hornacek. Worthy defending. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Hornacek. O'Neal a screen on Worthy. Here's Hornacek, and it's sent back by Drummond. O'Neal misses. The Kings trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure good, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
For Sacramento, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Porter against Jones. Porter kicks to Drummond. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Finley the pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. 4th, the Kings.
Kevin, this is a phenomenal defensive team. Not just good, they are excellent. They've made an awful lot of outstanding defensive plays. They're on the same page, they're aggressive, they're focused, and they pay attention to detail. That's why they keep teams from getting good shots in the paint.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Minnesota making some changes. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Shaq, and it's T.J. Warren in for Michael Finley. Sacramento also making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Worthy. Van Exel comes in for Richmond, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Terry Porter. He's off on the second. The Kings trail by 9. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
That's his second.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
One shot. One shot.
The free throw drops for Powell. Timberwolves leading by 6 to the middle. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Jones. Jones has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Payton kicks to Drummond. There's a screen. Hornacek against Van Exel. Here's Drummond. The shot misses. And Minnesota will come the other way.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Dikembe Mutombo. That's his first personal foul.
The Timberwolves really been struggling with their free throws, only made 5. More misses than makes so far.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses. No luck that time either. The Kings trail by 8. Payton outside. To the inside. Unloads from 9. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 15 points for Andre Drummond.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Jones dishes to Beasley. Johnson the screen. Warren kicks to Hornacek. 4 on the clock. The 3. That's good. Hornacek's got 6.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
The dish to Drummond. He feeds it to Van Exel. Back to Drummond. Inside. Mutombo passes to Van Exel. Here's Powell. But they get it back. And it's Drummond missing. Timberwolves leading by 9. Hornacek outside. Beasley with the screen on Van Exel. Timberwolves making a switch here. Phillips is checked in. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Sacramento. Screen by Jones. Right side Phillips. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves leading by 8. Outside, Jones dishes it to Warren. Beasley the screen. Jones kicks to Beasley. It's Jones on the wing. Covered by Van Exel. Pulls it up. Misses off the right iron.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Powell kicks to Mutombo. Payton dishes to Nowitzki. Looking to get it going, and it's good on the layup. Nowitzki's got 8 points.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Beasley with a screen on Payton. Phillips against Payton. Phillips goes in. Here's Johnson, and it's good off the back rim and in. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter. The Kings trail by 8. Now the pass to Powell. Mutombo sets a screen, and that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Mutombo. 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Mutombo. Duncan, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Minnesota leading by 7. Warren with the ball. Now Payton defending. And Phillips, here we go. The shot is off.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki. There's a minute left to play in the 3rd. And here's Jones. The feed to Warren. He kicks to Phillips. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Phillips against Payton. With some arc. Minnesota with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Warren. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting for Minnesota, T.J. Warren. Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Richmond is checked in for foul. And so he hits both. The Kings trail by 7. Now Payton. Nowitzki outside. Shoots it up. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. And 12 points for Dirk Nowitzki. Billups. The shot will not go. And we've reached the end of the third. Minnesota on top, up by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Timberwolves leading by 5. On the court right now for the Kings. You've got Worthy. Richmond is out there with Porter. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Nowitzki in at the 4 spot.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Porter passes to Nowitzki. Drummond the screen for 3. Richmond gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Duncan.
I love the way Billups spreads that ball around.
Here is Porter. Nowitzki a screen. Porter kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall. Minnesota shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Billups with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Passes it to Finley. Lets it go from deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Porter against Billups. Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. Porter dishes to Nowitzki. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Pass to Finley. Back to Billups. Duncan with the screen on Porter. Here's Billups. And he overshot that one, missing. The Kings trail by 4. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Drummond the screen. Richmond left side. Shot clock at 5. 18 feet out. They get it back. Worthy. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. He's checked in for Warren.
James
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hornacek passes to Billups. Feeds to Duncan. Here's Finley. Worthy defending. And stolen by Worthy. And up the court come the Kings on the break. And stolen by Billups. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Finishes the break with a slam.
How about the sharp steal and then run out. It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And it's sent back by O'Neal. And stolen by Nowitzki. Billups against Richmond. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall. Timberwolves leading by 3. Billups with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Pass to Finley. Six to shoot. Down low. Hornacek. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Nowitzki a screen. Worthy kicks to Richmond. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Shaq with a screen on Porter. And Billups, here we go. Sweet little floater. Billups has got 4 points in the quarter.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Porter dishes to Nowitzki. Kicks to Richmond. Releases. Rebound, Minnesota. Duncan's got 11 rebounds in the game. Billups passes to Duncan. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. Porter kicks to Nowitzki. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Timeout call. All right, target center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Now here's Duncan. Finley the pass to Hornacek. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Billups against Porter. Billups attacking. Can't hit from the elbow. The Kings trail by 5. Porter with it. He dishes it to Worthy. Now here's Porter. He feeds it to Drummond. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Shooting for Minnesota, Andre Drummond. Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Kevin, his poor free throw shooting is really taking its toll. With all of those trips to the line, it's got to be tough.
He doesn't get the second one.
Kevin, I hate to pile on here, but it's really been difficult to watch his work at the line. I mean, it's something he struggles with, and this game is no different.
Now, here is Hornacek. Screen by Duncan. Here's Finley. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Kings trail by 5. Porter dishes to Nowitzki. Drummond the screen. Richmond for 3. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Phillips kicks to Shaq. Hornacek against Worthy. Screen by Duncan. Lots of room. Buries the jump shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Hornacek against Richmond. Soft touch off the glass. Richmond's got 20.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Hornacek outside. Duncan, a screen. Phillips against Worthy. Duncan with a screen on Worthy. Phillips passes to Duncan.
Checking out the game Tim Duncan is having. He's got 13 rebounds now and 3 assists as well. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Tim Duncan. Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Duncan. Mutombo is checked in for Sacramento. And Duncan drops them both. The Kings trail by 7. On the wing, Richmond goes up the baseline. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Phillips dishes to Hornacek. Back to Phillips. Shaq with the screen. Phillips goes in. O'Neal high post. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from 18. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Kings have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Porter kicks it over to Worthy. Mutombo sets a screen. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Nowitzki.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Finley. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Worthy. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Now here's Phillips. Screen by O'Neal. Phillips passes to Duncan. They set the pick. Back to Phillips. Shaq with a screen on Worthy. Out to the right wing. Duncan has the open look. The basket good off the assist from Phillips. Phillips has got assist number 8 now on the night. Porter against Phillips. And here's Porter to the middle. Here's Mutombo, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Finley. There's the dish to O'Neal. Got it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
This guy just isn't missing today. I mean, what a day he's had from the field.
And, you know, they've needed every one of those shots he's made, Greg. He's kept them in the ball game here.
Mutombo sets a screen. Nowitzki kicks to Mutombo. Stolen by O'Neal.
2 minutes remaining.
Jeff Hornacek on the wing. 1:52 left to play here in the fourth. Duncan, a screen. Dishes it to Billups. Ring shot on the way. Worthy with the defensive effort. The Kings trail by 5. The pass to Porter. Mutombo sets a screen. Nowitzki kicks to Mutombo. Mutombo is screen on Duncan. Nowitzki up top. No good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. At one point they led by 16. Hornacek against Richmond. Hornacek dishes to Billups. And stolen by Worthy. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Richmond right side. Red ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Nowitzki. That's short off the rim.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Billups passes to Finley. Tries from 10, and he hits the jumper for 2. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there. When you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Here's Porter. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They lead by 7.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Michael Finley.
Shooting 2.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
All right, Target Center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
.15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Payton's shot is off. Now Warren. Outside, Jones. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on this game tonight?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Well, this win was really, really needed, and he went out and he got it for him. They lost 2 in a row coming in, and dropping the third straight would have been very, very rough. But he took it upon himself, took it right to the ship, as he always does. Great performance and a great time to deliver.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderfully